Have you ever added a tank mate for your Datnoid and then your Datnoid turns into a stressed, hiding, and slightly depressed fish? Well, yeah, that's not a bad luck. That's just the wrong roommates. And in this video, we're not just gonna take a look, but also rank Datnoid tank mates from the sketchy ones that might become a disaster to what is basically a cheat code. And trust me, one of the best options is a fish that many of you overlook. Welcome to Taj Mahal Aquatics, and we're gonna break down which fish that can actually work with tiger Datnoids, and most importantly, why they could work and also fail miserably at the same time. But quick question before we start, what fish do you think is the perfect Datnoid tank mates? Drop it in the comments, and let's see if you pick the right fish by the end. Now before we take a look and rank every fish that could possibly be a tank mate for Datnoids, you need to understand this. A good Datnoid tank mates has to follow these 3 rules. The first one, size. Too small, bon appetit. Second, speed. Too slow, bullying. Third and last one, temperament. Too aggressive, chaos. Ignore even one of these things, your tank might be a war zone. So before you buy any fish to be their friend, let's take a look and rank every possible candidates to be their friend. This one might look promising and cool. Datnoids with tiger shovelnose. Predator plus predator. Sounds like a dream combo, right? Yeah. Until feeding time. And while it looked promising, the problem with tiger shovelnose is that they are huge. Way bigger than the Datnoids. And they can even dominate food like it's their very own buffet. And your Datnoid, they slowly lose their confidence, appetite, and their signature aura. Can it work? Technically yes, but to make it really work, you're looking at a monster tanks, roughly above 300 gallons, or even possibly a monster fish pond. But if you are not ready with the chaos, I would suggest you to avoid it, unless you know what you are doing. They are more of a MMA cage match instead of tank mates. This one actually works better than tiger shovelnose, but still there's a catch. Clown knife fish. A tank mate that looks more promising than tiger shovelnose, but there are a few things you still need to note. They are nocturnals, which means while your Datnoid is chilling, this dude is active at 3 AM. Like one of your siblings that makes instant ramen while everyone is asleep. They also grow massive, they are more predatory, and they can outcompete your Datnoid over time. Yes, they do have better success chance, but you are looking at 200 plus gallon tank with lots of hiding space. Yes, they do better than the tiger shovelnose, but still a bit risky for long term. This one surprises many people. Black ghost knife fish are peaceful, but not a fish that everyone would think of when talking about Datnoid tank mates. But somehow, there's a good chance it works. But here's the problem. Datnoids are a bit chaotic, while black ghost knife fish, they are sensitive introverts. That mismatch can cause stress, especially if your Datnoid is too active. To make it work, the black ghost knife fish must be large enough to not be a snack, And your tank better have plenty of hiding spots. And make sure your water is stable. This combo works, but not ideal. Good if you like something oddball, but not for stability. Now for this one, we are getting into some serious setup. Stingray and Datnoid, a classic monster combo that looks insane. And why it works? Same water parameters, different zones. One at the bottom, one in the mid waters. But still, there's a danger. Stingrays are delicate, while Datnoids are unpredictable. One bad interaction, and things can go south quickly. This combo depends heavily on tank footprint, which is the width and height, Stingray species, and experience level. Solid combo. If you get it right, you have a dream tank. If not, it's an expensive disaster. Now here's where we are going into some solid picks. B-Shear and Datnoid, a pairing that looks more promising than the last few fishes. They're calm bottom dwellers that just mind their own business, which your Datnoids actually respect. The only problem? Size gap. If your B-Shear is too small, it's gonna be a snack. To make it work, the rules are simple. Same size or bigger than your Datnoid. Great combo, low drama, as long as you don't get the sizing messed up. Ah yes, the legendary combo, Datnoid plus Arowana. Top and mid balance, both are aggressive and showstopper. A dream Asian monster fish tank that everyone wants. But let's be real, there's a catch. They are both territorial, and they both want some space. Place them in a tight tank. Now you get rivalry that's worse than Verstappen versus Hamilton in 2021. Top tier combo, as long as you got the space right. This one is criminally underrated, and I think they work surprisingly well. Silver dollars, a fish that many people might overlook to be a tank mate for Datnoids. But trust me, this is the one you should try. Fast, schooling, and also too big to be a snack. And here's the real magic of this fish. They can act as a buffer, keeping your Datnoid from focusing too much on one fish. They are basically the friend that keeps everyone from fighting. Amazing combo, easy, effective, and highly underrated. And here it is, the best pairing on this list. Tinfoil barbs, a fish that looks kinda meh, but for Datnoids, they are a perfect combo. Why? They are fast enough to dodge conflict, tough enough to handle the pressure, and active enough to constantly break tensions. And if your Datnoid gets a bit too aggressive, these guys don't panic. Just keep swimming, and that keeps your entire tank stable. Cheat code combo if you want the safest option. And perhaps, the greatest tank mate for these fish is not always the good looking ones. And if you're still a bit unsure, here's a quick recap for you. And there you have it. Those are some fish that you can pair with Datnoids. From the rather risky one to the perfect ones. There are many fish you can actually pair with Datnoids, and as long as you get the setup right, they could work perfectly. And if you want to know more about setting up a tank and keeping tiger Datnoids, I've made a full video that you can watch. And that wraps up this video. And so, which one are you choosing for your Datnoids? Or are you just keeping them solo to avoid the chaos? Drop into the comments, and if this video saved your Datnoids from chaos, hit the thumbs up and share it to a friend before they turn their tank into a chaos. Subscribe for more fun or helpful fish keeping content, as there are more you don't want to miss here. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you next time.